Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and in today's video we're going to be going over the crypto news roundup. Obviously we're going to throw some NFT news in there, but we're going to go through what's been happening this week. There's been some good, there's been some bad, and there's been some ugly. So we want to know, how is the crypto market looking going into the weekend? What is that Bitcoin price chart saying? And what has been happening in the crazy world of NFTs? And we've got a corker for you, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. So if you want to know more about what's happening in crypto this week, stay tuned and let's get into the video. So before I give you all of the awesome roundup of this week, I have to say that anything you see, hear or choose to ignore, you've got it, is not financial advice. Yes, we'd like to make these bits more interesting like Guy at the Coin Bureau, but I just frankly don't have the capacity, time or the team he has. So for now, you'll have to put up with the standard. This bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. So let's jump straight into the crypto market and see what's been happening this week and where is the crypto market sitting going into the weekend. What up? So as you can see, the crypto market is seeing slight turns to the upside. We're standing at 1.8 trillion in the market cap with 84 billion traded in the last 24 hours, which is up from last week. And it is really good to see. It's not as good as obviously the Ukrainian relief rally, but we are seeing steady signs considering we had the big Fed announcement which did not shake Bitcoin whatsoever. So as you can see here on CoinMarketCap, we are seeing C's of green. So this is good signs. So this for me is positive, but don't get fooled. Going into the weekend can always be volatile. The day traders, the weekly traders don't want to carry their bags over the weekend, so they tend to start releasing into the market, or sometimes they do buy, but 9 times out of 10 they want to sell off if their positions are in profit, which I think they will because we've had 4 days of upside. So let's just be cautious going into the end of today. Now you will see on YouTube and all over, I've seen it saying Bitcoin is the time for the 100k, I'm going £1 million longs, etc, etc. Bitcoin's ready to pump, and they want to spread euphoria, which is good. Obviously, it gets them views, it gets their channel popular, and that's what we want to see. But let's have a look at the Bitcoin price chart. You can see there's no real shoot for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not shooting to the moon yet. It's trading in this channel, which it has been trading at now since pretty much it broke out of this slump back in 29th of Jan, the end of January. And it's just been crabbing sideways and being a little bit boring. Now, we have been saying this, that it's been bouncing from this bottom line here to this top line here since it crashed back into it on the 4th of March. So if this W pattern does play out and we test this resistance here, we could then see pump to the upside. But if you watch yesterday's video, you will see that Bitcoin needed to close really a daily candle over 41,500 for me to be bullish on the resistance getting tested. But again, the volatility at the weekend, which is purely retail money, could see another lot happening. But then obviously we have to be careful when we get to this resistance. So Bitcoin is being a bit boring and we're not going to see major pump and dumps at this moment in time. So what else has been happening in the news? So if you've looked at my previous videos, you will see that AVAX has pumped 26%. Well, actually, if you got it when I released a video of them 5 coins I said are going to do well, AVE was one of them, and boy has it repaid us. I went in with a little bit, not a lot, because obviously I've spread in my investment, and we did see a good little pump. And as you can see here, over the last 3 days, my video came out and AVE did it really pump, and we would have seen probably gains of around about 35 to 37%. Again, you wouldn't have got in right at the bottom unless you got in here, and you probably would have cashed out on the retrace around about here. You would have had plenty, if we look at the 4-hour candle, plenty of times to cash out, because as you can see now, it's only just rolling over. So if you are in there now, you can see that we're trying to confirm a retest. So if you are in AVE, do hold strong a minute. I have not sold. I'm waiting for a confirmation of the retest of exactly where it is now to put that into support. Then we could see a little bit more of the upside. If, however, we break this line and start going down, it is time to sort of pretty much take a little bit of the chips off the table, because the next leg down will be down about here, and it will gradually grind its way down before having another bounce. But that is just one of the tokens. So in this week, we did call out AVE, and AVE did repay us nicely. Now, what else has been happening? Well, this one I wanted to put on as well, because this is the top 20 apps downloaded in 2021. And as you can see from 2020, Binance, struggling in third, has now taken the crown of 2021. With all the hype and major advertising of crypto.com, it did not budge or take top spot. It did sit very much in second place. Coinbase, for some reason, whether it's the fact that they are getting a bit of a hammering at the moment, did drop into third, and newcomb kids on the block, MetaMask, are cementing themselves firmly at number 5, which surprises me behind Trust Wallet, because I thought MetaMask was one of the top favorited wallets. But have a look at that, take what you want from it. I'm just giving you a bit of roundup of the week, and this is pretty much what the stats are saying for 2021. Sad bit of news that's happened to someone, which is major. £1 million Rock NFT sells for a penny in all or nothing error. A simple mistake led to one crypto user to sell his precious Rock NFT for 444 Y instead of 444 ETH, a tenth of a penny rather than 1.2 million. And as you can see here, he's tweeted about it, and this is the Rock in question, and this is number 44 on at ETH Rock. Now, this guy has reached out and said, am I GMI or can the snipers show mercy? Now, judging by the bot, he's already trying to flip it for 234 ETH. I cannot see this guy Rock Dust or Dino Dealer ever getting this back at the free or at the price he sold it for. So this is just, again, a little bit of tragic news. Also in this week's roundup of NFTs is GameStop. Now, we all heard about GameStop, the one that are bankrupting hedge funds, the one where the Reddits pumped it, and then obviously the Robinhood saga that tried to shut the accounts down, are actually launching their own NFT marketplace in late Q2 of this year. Now, GameStop is working hard to launch its NFT marketplace by late Q2 of this year. This would put it in the same field as major players like OpenSea and Coinbase. Now, this is mammoth news. This is going to be one of the big kind of threats to OpenSea and Coinbase. And of course, we don't know what reception this is going to get. It does say here it's going to be a layer 2 protocol running on Ethereum network, allowing the NFT to be exchanged instantly with transaction scalability of 9,000 operations per second. And for me, this is really welcoming. I personally love it or hate it. Leave a comment below. I personally think OpenSea need a rocket up their backside. We had all the FUD and FOMO of their insider trading. We have the market monopoly that OpenSea are taking, the absolute biscuit, and they are just absolute shocking. The app's flaky. It doesn't work on mobile that well. So this might shake them little badasses to update the platform, get it working right, and start giving everyone, not just the ones that are lining their pockets, with a fair chance stab at NFTs. And seeing good competition growth like this does fill me with a little bit of hope. Now, before I end this video, we will go into one last bit of news, just a quick update on what's happening over at Raribles. And Rarible adds Polygon NFTs as a multi-wallet support to its marketplace, which is brilliant news, because a lot of people that can't afford the high Ethereum gas prices do use Polygon as an alternative. I do need to stress that so do the scammers, rammers and bammers of the little bots and the little rats of the scammers out there, but we have to always be careful, cautious, and do our own due diligence. But for me, Rarible, in brief, added support for NFTs minted on Polygon. The NFT marketplace protocol also supports Ethereum, Tezos and Flow. So now we've got some big hitters on there that Rarible are accommodating for. For me, I do have NFTs on Polygon, so it's a welcoming bit of news for that. So I thought I'd share it with you, everyone on my community. So that, in short, is the roundup of the week. And for me, it has been a pretty much of a week. Now, we've had a lot of good news, we've had a lot of bad news, we've had a lot of FUD, we've had a lot of FOMO, but as a whole, the crypto market hasn't changed that much. We did think it would change a lot because of the Fed announcement, but it didn't rock Bitcoin. Bitcoin stays pretty much where it is. The altcoins are not bleeding as much this week. They are actually showing signs of a little bit of a relief recovery. And of course, the NFT world continues to still be the Wild West that you have to be super careful in. It can either make you or break you. So as always, on Crypto Ripto, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.